Hey, hello, and welcome to this episode of Learn Everyday English, your roadway to English proficiency. Hey, if you like these videos, 1, hit the like button, 2, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you know when I upload a new video, and 4, hey, tell your friends about it so that they may benefit from these videos too, help them improve their English. Today we're going to be talking about something interesting, talking about phrasal verbs with the word hold in them, H-O-L-D, hold. And I've said before, phrasal verbs seem to be one of the things that English language learners have a lot of trouble with because English has a lot of phrasal verbs. And they're not easy to learn. You just need to hear them and practice them. And we do have a lot of expressions using the word hold. But before I get started into that, remember we have a Learn Everyday English YouTube channel. Well, you know about that, but we have a Learn Everyday English webpage. Just go to www.learneverydayenglish.com. There you can access the YouTube page if you want to. But also we have podcasts, Learn Everyday English podcasts. And you can find those on all the major podcast applications like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, and apps like those. You can listen to the podcast directly from the webpage, or just download them and listen to them on your phone. It's a good way to practice your English and listening comprehension. Like I've said before, it's important when you're learning a new language. I'm learning Spanish, so I know how important it is to, listen, and also watch videos. It helps to be able to see somebody when they're speaking to you, so you can kind of watch their lips. Also read and also practice speaking with other people. So that's very important. So again, don't forget about the Learn Everyday English webpage and our Learn Everyday English podcast. So I'll have links to those in the description below. But without further ado, which means we're not going to wait any longer, we're going to jump right in, like we're just going to get going on today's episode, which is about phrasal verbs with the word hold in them. So the word hold, you probably heard this word before, and to hold means something like to grab or to grip or to grasp something with your hand. So I can say I am holding these sheets of paper. I'm holding these sheets of paper in my hand or with my hand. To hold also may mean to hug. Like, hey, can you hold me? Or you might want to hold somebody tight or close and show them that you love them, or maybe you try to hold someone to keep them from moving. So that's a typical definition of hold, which you probably already know. But we have expressions with hold. So the first expression is hold back. And this means to stop or prevent something from happening or from progressing or moving forward. An example sentence is this: his lack of English held him back from getting the job he wanted. His lack of English held him back from getting the job he wanted. So it prevented him from getting a job that he really wanted. His lack of English is, to lack something is not to have enough of something. So his English ability wasn't sufficient enough or great enough. So it held him back. Another example: if you keep hanging around with the wrong crowd, they are going to hold you back from achieving your full potential. If you keep hanging around with the wrong crowd, they are going to hold you back from achieving your full potential. So one thing to hang around with means just to be around or associate with other people. So I can say, hey, this weekend I'm going to hang around with John and James, or I'm going to hang out with John and James. That, hey, we're just going to get together and do some stuff. Sometimes we say in English. So you can hang around, here's another expression, with the wrong crowd. And that means you're associating with the wrong type or types of people, the people that are not good for you, or people you shouldn't be associating with because they might have a negative influence on you. So this is a very common expression we say, which means to hang around with the wrong crowd. That means to associate with the wrong type of people, because that can get you into trouble. They can influence you to do things that you normally wouldn't want to do. The next expression with the word hold is to hold back on. So we had hold back, but this is to hold back on. And this means to act with reserve, or not act with your full ability or potential. Or it can mean to contain one's full measure or output, or you don't give it 100%. It can also mean to contain or to stop something. And it can also mean to delay the progress of something, like going to school. I'll give you an example of that. Or it can also mean to not release information, not release information. So I'm going to have all these example sentences in the description below. So just follow along with those. You don't have to write all this down. So I'm going to give you 5 example sentences using hold back or hold back on in these contexts. Okay. The first one is, I am getting fat. I need to hold back on eating sweets and junk food. I'm getting too fat. I need to hold back on eating sweets and junk food. That means I need to stop eating sweets and junk food, or stop eating so much sweets like candy, cakes, cookies. Junk food could be candy bars, popsicles, ice cream. The second example sentence is this: my son Johnny was held back 1 year in elementary school because he had a learning disability. My son Johnny was held back 1 year in elementary school because he had a learning disability. So to hold back 1 year means to keep the child and have them repeat the same grade again because they were not able to complete the grade that they were in a sufficient manner. So that means, that's typical. We'd say he was held back for 1 year, held back. The next example sentence is, I just found out I won the contest. Wow, hooray! I can hardly hold back my excitement. I just found out I won the contest. I can hardly hold back my excitement. That means I can hardly contain myself. I want to let it out. I want to release it. So I can hardly hold back. To hold back is to not release something. The next example sentence is, we need to hold back production until the market demand for our product increases. We need to hold back production until the market demand for our product increases. This is like in a business sense. To hold back production means to kind of stop the production or decrease the amount of things that are being produced. So we hold it back. We hold back production. The next expression with the word hold back or hold back on is this: they held back on releasing the results of the investigation until Friday. They held back on releasing the results of the investigation until Friday. So this means that they delayed releasing the results or releasing the information. To hold back on is to delay something. So that's hold back on. The next expression is to hold something against somebody. To hold something against somebody, and this means to feel angry towards someone because of something, maybe because of something they did or something that happened. So to feel angry towards somebody because of something that happens. For example, because John stole his girlfriend, Bob has held that against him for his whole life. He never forgave John for that. Because John stole his girlfriend, Bob has held that against him for his whole life, or he has held that against John his whole life. He never forgave John for that or for doing that. The second example sentence is this. Hey, don't hold it against me just because I passed the test and you didn't. Don't hold it against me, like don't be upset with me because I passed the test but you didn't. So that's to hold something against somebody. The next one is to hold down. Hold down. This can be to physically restrain somebody. That means, like I said, to hold somebody so that they can't move is to restrain. Or it can also mean to keep or have a job for a period of time, to hold down a job. For example, the police had to hold down the suspect because he was being uncooperative and resisting arrest. The police had to hold down the suspect because he was being uncooperative and resisting arrest. Uncooperative means they were not cooperating, or the suspect was not cooperating or listening to directions that the police were giving him. The second sentence is this. John can't seem to hold down a job for very long. I don't know what is up with him. John can't seem to hold down a job for very long. I don't know what is up with him. So he can't hold down a job for very long. That means he doesn't keep a job for a long time. He always moves from job to job, or he gets fired very often or frequently. So he can't hold down a job. And I don't know what's up with him. That's another expression. What's up with him? I don't know what is going on with him, what he is doing. So what's up with him? The next expression is to hold off or to hold off on. Hold off or to hold off on. This can mean either to delay someone or something temporarily. Temporarily means for a period of time or a short period of time. Or to wait or delay on doing something. To wait or delay on doing something. For example, we need to hold off on buying our new house until we can save some more money. We need to hold off on, which really just means we need to wait or delay buying our new house until we can save more money. The next example sentence is, I need to hold off on making my decision until I have more information. I need to hold off on making my decision until I have more information. That means I need to wait or delay my decision until I have more information. And the third sentence, example sentence is this. Hey, hold off. I need to check something real quick. This is something you can tell them. Hey, hold off. I need to check something real quick. That means, hey, just wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is like a short term. Hey, hold off. Don't do that thing. Just wait a minute. Wait a second. I need to check something first, and then you can proceed or you can continue. So hold off. The next example phrase is to hold on or to hold on to. To hold on or to hold on to. So this can mean to grasp or to grip. So to grasp means just to hold on to something with your hand. I'm going to grasp. Or to grip firmly. This is to grip. Or it can mean to keep or to store something for somebody. To keep something for somebody. So somebody gives you something to keep for them for a period of time. Or it can also mean to wait for a short while or to wait for a short period of time. For example, she was holding on to my hand for dear life. She was holding on to my hand for dear life. So we were walking, maybe my daughter was walking with me. She was holding on to my hand. But we have an expression in English that says for dear life. That means if somebody's holding on for dear life, they were holding on very tightly, like they were afraid to let go. So that means I was holding on for dear life, for my life. Maybe I was expecting something bad to happen, or I was very afraid of something. Another example sentence, can you hold on to my purse for me while I go to the bathroom? Can you hold on to my purse for me while I go to the bathroom? So this is common. Maybe two women are going to see a movie. One of them needs to go to the bathroom. They don't want to bring their purse. Hey, can you hold on to my purse for me? That means one person with the purse is going to give the purse to their friend so that they can keep until they return. So that's, can you hold on to this for me? And the last one, example sentence is, hold on a minute. I need to finish this real quick. Hey, hold on a minute. I need to finish this real quick. That means, hey, wait a minute. Don't proceed, don't continue. I need to finish this real quick. So that's kind of like hold off, but this is hold on. Just wait a minute, wait for a short while. The next example is to hold out or to hold out for or to hold out on. So hold out for, or hold out on. And this can mean to wait or refuse to do something in the hopes of getting something better to happen. It can mean to try to survive or endure something, like to make it through a situation. And it can mean to withhold something or to keep something, like have you been holding out on me, which we're going to get into that expression. So to kind of withhold or to keep something from somebody. Example sentence is this. John already got one job offer, but he is holding out for an even better offer. I hope he knows what he is doing. John already got one job offer, but he is holding out for an even better offer. I hope he knows what he's doing. So a job offer is John is trying to find a job or get a job, and a company has offered him a job or given him a job, but we say he's holding out. That means he is waiting because he wants to see if he can get maybe something even better. So we say he is holding out for an even better offer or better job offer or possibility. The second sentence is this. I know you are hungry, but can you hold out a little longer? Dinner is almost ready. I know you are hungry, but can you hold out a little longer? Dinner is almost ready. So can you hold out? That means can you wait just a little longer? Can you endure it or bear it a little bit longer? Because dinner, it's almost ready, maybe in 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So to hold out a little longer. This means can you wait a little bit longer? The last example sentence is this. Wow, I didn't know you could speak English. You have been holding out on me. Hey, wow, I didn't know you could speak English. You have been holding out on me. That means you have kind of kept this information or knowledge from me. You didn't let me know you could do this. So that means you have been holding out on me. You have been keeping this from me, kind of maybe keeping it a secret, or you just didn't let me know you could do this. So that means to hold out on me. The next example expression is to hold yourself together or to hold it together. Hold yourself together or hold it together, which means to prevent yourself from, we say, breaking apart or becoming emotionally distraught or having an emotional breakdown. So to prevent yourself from becoming like too worried or overwhelmed by your problems. So this means to stop yourself from doing that. So maybe these sentences will make this idea more clear to you. For example, you can tell someone, I know it is hard on you since your girlfriend broke up with you, but try to hold yourself together. I know it is hard on you since your girlfriend broke up with you, but try to hold yourself together. So I know it is hard on you. That means I know it is difficult for you. So we can say it is hard on you or it is hard for you. You can say either one. I know it is hard on you, or I know it is hard for you since your girlfriend broke up with you. So to break up with somebody, that means to stop seeing somebody in a like dating relationship. But I could say, but try to hold yourself together or try to hold it together. Either one is the same. Try to hold yourself together or try to hold it together. That means don't become too sad or depressed about it. Hold yourself together. A second example sentence is this. He made me so mad I had a hard time holding myself together because I just wanted to cuss him out. He made me so mad I had a hard time holding myself together because I just wanted to cuss him out. So I'll let you know, to cuss somebody out means to say something bad to somebody, use some bad words. When you're angry, you want to cuss them out. You want to use bad words and say something bad to them. So he made me so mad I had a hard time holding it together. That means that I had a hard time containing myself. I had a hard time not being emotional or not being angry. To hold myself together means to maintain calmness or to keep calm or to stay calm. The next example expression has to do with to hold up. Hold up. And this has several different meanings. It can mean to delay or to wait. Delay something or to wait on doing something. It can mean to endure a difficult situation or to bear or go through a difficult situation. It can mean to lift or to raise up something. Lift or to raise up. Or it can mean to fulfill or complete one's part of an agreement. And finally, it can also mean to rob at gunpoint or to steal something at gunpoint, like using a gun or a weapon. So this has quite a few different meanings depending on the context of the sentence. I'll give you a couple. The first sentence is this. There was a holdup at the bank today. There was a holdup at the bank today. That means someone went into the bank with a gun, with a weapon, and tried to steal money from the bank. So they held up the bank. They held up the bank, or there was a holdup at the bank. A second example sentence is this. I was held up at gunpoint while walking home the other day. I was held up. Somebody had a gun. They maybe pointed it at me while I was walking home the other day. And I could say hold up. I'm going to hold up these sheets of paper. I'm going to raise or to lift them up. can be another example of to hold up. And maybe somebody had a tragic instance happen in their life. Maybe a relative died or a friend died. I can ask that person, how are you holding up? How are you holding up? That means, how are you doing? How are you handling the situation? That means, how are you holding up? How are you doing, like emotionally and mentally and maybe even physically? The last expression is hold to. Hold to. And this means to oblige, or maybe to obligate, or to force someone to carry out an obligation. That means to force somebody to do something that they should do. It's an obligation. An obligation is something that you should do or you should be doing. For example, you promised to help me with my English final exam, and I am going to hold you to that. You promised to help me with my English final exam, and I am going to hold you to that. That means I'm going to make you do what you said you would do, to hold you to your agreement, hold you to your obligation. Another sentence is this: I am going to hold you to your word when you promise to take me on vacation this summer. I'm going to hold you to your word when you promise to take me on vacation this summer. That means you said you were going to take me. I'm going to hold you to your word. I'm going to make you keep your promise, the words that you said, because you told me that you would do it. So I'm going to make sure that you do that. So these are English expressions with the word hold. So I hope maybe you learned something new today. These are very common expressions you hear in English. Probably hear these on movies, on TV, maybe watching the news programming. You might read them in books. And these expressions I know are difficult to learn, as I said before, but you just have to hear them and use them. But don't get too worried about trying to memorize all of these. These things come slowly and take time. So that's it for today. So again, if you like this video or these videos, let me know. Hey, drop me a line, we say in English, or send me a comment in the comment section. If you like the video, what you thought about it. If you have suggestions for other videos that you would like me to do, just let me know. Hey, check out the Learn Everyday English webpage, www.learneverydayenglish.com. And also, hey, be sure to check out our Learn Everyday English podcasts. It's a great way to practice your listening comprehension skills with your phone. I do that all the time with Spanish when I'm driving in my car. I just put a podcast on. I can listen to it while I'm driving, or sometimes when I'm working around the house in the yard. I have my headphones or earphones on, listening to podcasts. We have people from over 75 countries all around the world that have downloaded the podcast. So I've gotten good reviews and comments about them as well. So be sure to check that out. Well, that'll do it for me, as we say in English. That means that's all I have to say for today. Thanks for watching this episode of Learn Everyday English. We'll see you later next time. Hey, goodbye.